So hey everyone, today we're doing event futures on Toobit. Basically, I had a lot of fun with Toobit features. There was a lot of calls right now for another rally up, but we're gonna see what happens. Basically, what this is, and you can use the link in the description below for a free, basically bonus. So you trade basically predicting higher or lower, and right now it's a lot of calls. Look, 99 calls for basically going up, but we are starting to see a big dump downwards, and you're predicting the prices if it's going to go up, and we're going to help ourselves with the power of AI. Now, I do think I will lose this one because I didn't wait properly, and I'm using AI to help myself. So you can actually see here, that's been a huge red candle. There's been a trend upwards. I don't even know if there's enough time because it's like only 3 minutes. But it's pretty clear to me that right now the markets have been a bit choppy, and the retests, it's a bit bearish, I would say. But it's been a pretty fun, wild ride to understand how the markets work. I've been helping myself with the calls they've been doing. So that's one thing. You can actually ask over self here, just post it, and I'm going to ask AI, like what's going on? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Unfortunately, we only have about 1 minute left, and the market seemed choppy. But then as soon as you see this, like this big red, you got to see some green as well, right? You got to see some retest. So that's another factor. So the correct move here is wait if candle breaks with a strong red body, lower. If candle breaks above support with a follow through, it means can higher. So it definitely seems like that we hit the correct positions. We only lost one so far, and I'm helping myself with AI to understand trading in general. So we're kind of predicting the markets over here. The max amount you can do is like $100, which is the crazy part. Our win rate is 55%, but that's because I was playing with it at start and just didn't understand how the markets work. But I'm starting to really enjoy the 1 minute candles. They're not so easy to learn, but here's the important factor. I'm starting to be green soon. And the main factor you see here is we're going for a higher support, right? We're going for a support over here. We're trying to see if we're going to be net positive in general. So yeah, we did win that one, but basically my strategy is to ask Chatgpt what exactly is going on. So it's trying to push for a higher high now. Would be better if we did it before, but I like to wait a bit, ask Chatgpt what's going on. So let's just look at the candles to the data. We went for a downtrend, and now it's trying to retest higher. So if you check the prices over here, it's trying to retest higher, but every time it's trying to do that, you see some sort of a drop. So we could be going lower. So every time the support fails, like you see the red candle here, we try to push out for higher. So my personal opinion is this one is going to be hardish, because if one whale, it could pump it here. But I think, in my personal opinion, if we look at the 5-minute charts, it is looking like we are pushing towards at least a downtrend, basically. But there is a spiral here. So let's check what Chatgpt. Do not enter yet. Wait. Based only on screenshot, your volatility have a big green candle that are big red engulfing. Then are string long green recovery. Fight between buyers and sellers right now. That's not a trend. A 3-minute bet here is pure coin flip. Price is sitting on a key mid-range level. The white line is a reaction zone. Candles are bouncing both up and down. Wait, do not enter higher or lower yet. So send me that screenshot 5 to 10 seconds before your entry. And, it's just telling me to wait a lot because it is uncertain right now with the markets. But my personal opinion is it's going to push for another higher high. I am waiting for some red candles at least to enter a nice position here. So we can just ask it again. Bam, like this. So here. And it is looking like a downtrend here overall. Some red candle bars. Yeah. So I would have been correct here, but now I'm a bit late. No worries. Every single second there's trades to be made. So you can kind of see that we're going towards a downtrend, right? At least the last what? 1 hour. There's so much downtrend going on, just like a fight between bulls and bears. So you can actually ask it over here. Bam. Is it gonna be a bull run or no? The crystal ball can tell me. Like, if you're learning trading, this is absolutely perfect. This is not a good entry. Price is literally compressing. This is a trap zone. Looks like the last 6 candles have a small body mixed red and green. And then we can ask it over here again. It's the red candle here is not as big as this one. So it's hard to predict, but if this was lower, this would be a pretty good price point. So yeah, sometimes my AI is not working for some reason. It's like all choppy. And so that's crosses and financial. I can't explain the setup, but I cannot tell you press higher or lower. Prices in macro range. This is the worst place to enter. Sideways ranges, random outcomes. So what's the best range? Do not enter inside a range. Wait until you see a bullish breakout. That's what the AI is telling me. And then the next 1 to 2 candle confirms. Bearish breakdown. A strong red candle closes below the range momentum. Waiting is correct. This is correct. You skipped a losing zone. I mean, yeah, right now it's a bit crazy. So sometimes you got to wait for the right markets. Over here, it's trying to push for a higher high, which would be nice. I'm just waiting for a red candle here. Let's see. You can also see what other people have, like, you know, if they have ordered or settled a lot of these contracts. See how it's going higher and higher and higher. So my bet would be correct here. Literally pushing up for another above. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. We're trying to push for basically, we're retesting this higher high. 84,700, right? So it's trying to retest that. But in the next 3 minutes, a lot can happen. So I just want to wait a bit and see what happens because I really didn't like this breakout zone forming right now. You can see I'm almost positive. So I'd rather, it's so mixed in, like calls and puts. There's a mix of calls, mix of puts. So you can ask it again now and see what happens, you know, and then go from here because it's a little 50-50. But I still, this one, because it's card one, I want to ask AI, what do you think? Like, should we enter a retest? Should we go down? You can obviously see here, it just going information. So it's just fighting and it's trying to break out. Now we saw some green candles. Now I think put would be nice, but let's wait for final confirmation from the AI. Strong upward momentum, a clear consequence of higher highs and lows. Higher is the banner entry, but timing matters. You should wait 1 minute for confirmation before entering. If the next candle opens, it holds above the white line, go higher. If it opens weak, it dips back. Wait, do not enter. Yeah, but that's the thing. You kind of want to like push it for another high, right? If there's an upward momentum, you literally want to push it out. It's eating the red candles. So that's why I'm going to call here. It's just one candle, but it's literally trying to push out back to 700. It does seem like it's going into the green. Like a lot of these red candles are getting smaller. But it could be just another big market dump, right? Because we saw so many green candles, we could also be seeing a short like I predicted. So it's just a 50-50 right now. So yeah, we're getting further and further from the goal. The one thing I didn't consider here why my trade was bad is also that there's so many green candles that some people would take profit. But the entire time, all the whales, like all the whales or all the traders already took profit here, right? They took a profit here. They took a profit here. And then the last whales, they took a profit between 573 and 510. So wouldn't that mean right now that a lot of these whales who have been, buying here have potentially sold a lot of their assets, during trade trading here. So they've been buying all the way over here and said, okay, I'm gonna sell this for some profit. This is just my theory on why this might be a green candle, but again, it's such a small green candle now. It needs to hit. It's trying to push out at least for the higher low and basically higher high of 84,700. This is where I think it really matters. So this is why I like it. Why I like doing these Bitcoin predictions, because it also helps me become a better trader. It's a bit more. It's not really gambling. So smash that like button if you haven't already. But look, this red candle is absolutely incredible, and it could correctly mess up my position at 84,000. But unless a whale dumps everything, like in the next, 50 seconds, which can entirely happen, as you can see here. So I was positive for the next 50 seconds, but it does seem like a whale has entered and wanted to dip everything. Bam! Someone just saved my day, right? So you can see exactly what happened. We just entered. Someone dumped everything. Like they resold all of this for profit during the day. There's a lot of day traders here. And you can see we're pushing up higher, at least for today. But who knows? And it's looking pretty good right now anyway. So it does seem like we made a correct call. I just wanted to show you guys how I predict Bitcoin. I use AI. I'm not the best trader. And I make basically stories in my head on how it works. So that's something I could try with XRP as well. And that's my profit for today. And we are $1 down, which is absolutely incredible. Maybe I can become a good trader myself. So smash that like button.